And we're back. Part 2 of our Piet Mondrian painting project. Now, as I said before at the beginning of our last video, that the medium that we're going to use to color this in is going to be different for everybody. Whatever you have at home and whatever you feel comfortable with. No, it's just stand up. You're doing great. This will be quick. So in front of us, I have a couple of things. I have some markers, red, yellow, blue. We have my acrylic art set, paint set, and I have watercolor paints. So whatever you have, and I don't have crayons at home, so crayons would be another good thing to use. So whatever you choose to use, that's up to you. Just remember that his three main colors were these primaries, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to color in just some of these squares and rectangles. And try and stay in the lines as best as I can. So maybe this one will be red. Stick with the red. I'll put this one down here. No ghost holes, Thompson. No ghost holes. And maybe this little guy up here. Now remember, what you should have noticed in his paintings, especially towards the end when he really started to get into that jazz phase, is that there are a lot of white areas. So number one, you're welcome. Number two, don't stress out about coloring in the entire thing. That open space, that negative space that he started to create early on in his life by trying to paint these trees abstractly, as you saw at the beginning of the video, was a big proponent in how things started to look. Sometimes I don't even like to have colors touch if they're the same. So I try and space them out, as you've been seeing with that red and now with this blue. Okay, one more. Now, does yours need to look exactly like mine? No? Not at all. Do I expect yours to look like mine? No. That first video where I showed you how to draw the straight lines and then break up the space, that's kind of important, okay? The erasing of those lines really help create all these different spaces, okay? Let's see, on to the yellow. Put one over here. This is gonna be really light. My daughter's learning how to blow bubbles with bubble gum. I don't know if you could hear that. Maybe we'll put one over here. Me like this one. I like this one. This one is going to be a good one. Cool. So, this is my finished drawing and marker coloring version of the Piet Mondrian painting. Okay, if you wanted to use watercolor paper and watercolor paint, go for it. If you wanted to use the acrylic paints, if you have those at home, awesome. Coloring pencils, perfect for something like this. I've got 2 other ways that we can try and do this, so check out the other videos before you make a decision. Hit the button.